we're live with RC Rollins and Big Giorgio.
Welcome.
Is Keep Your Cool Virtual.
What up?
Now, George, we spoke on Friday. Why am I lagging again?
And you're on your phone, huh?
Yes.
And why is my camera's gonna suck. So many fallas today.
Are we live though?
Yeah, no, we're not live, but we are recording.
Okay. It doesn't matter. We're gonna go raw. I don't know why it's lagging. That's weird. Am I lagging on your side?
A little bit.
Okay. Anyways, let's get on with the show. So Friday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Me, William, Edgar, and you. We're talking about UFOs.
Yes, sir. I heard something happen over the weekend.
I guess I texted you, but I didn't tell you what happened.
You gotta tell me now. Now's the time.
I gotta tell you now. So I was with my friend, talking about UFOs. That's an endless possibility of stories.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden he looks up. This is Sunday, like 10:45, 11 in the morning, and we're looking at a white dot. It's up in the air, too high to be a drone, too circle-ish to be a plane.
No.
Yes. And it's just a perfect dot that's moving very slowly through the clouds and like blinking. But no red, blue lights how planes have.
Mm-hmm.
So this was like, let me bust out my creeper can. I don't know if you know which is a creeper can.
Like the super mega zoomed in.
Yeah, the Nikon 3000 or something like that.
Yeah, there's one actually. It's called the Nikon P9000.
That one.
And the P9000 literally zooms in 9,000 times.
Yes. So that one. Okay, so he busted it out, right? Fucking heavy ass camera. And I only call it a creeper cam because that's some creeper shit.
I mean, that's the only reason why anyone wants that camera.
Unless you want to look at the moon. So,
True.
So this guy starts zooming in. And keeps on zooming in.
9,000 times later?
9,000 times. And it's crazy, bro, because after what we saw, I was like, what the? So he zooms in. And I was like, don't you need a tripod to keep it steady? He's like, I have experience. I got this. Yeah, boom. Takes like last 5 pictures. He's like, oh, it's a balloon. I was like,
was it really a balloon though, or no?
So I look at the picture.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, wow. That fucking camera took basically a really good picture of a balloon with its screen.
So it really was a balloon.
It was a balloon.
Okay.
But that was the whole point of this story is that we were talking about UFOs. We thought we saw a UFO, and then I got to see the creeper cam in person up in front, and it's amazing what it can do. I'm just shocked, very shocked that it recorded el string, el hilo que lleva el balloon.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how thin that is. Like even like at a naked eye, that can be invisible, but somehow.
But it was in the morning, right?
Yes, it was in the morning.
Okay. Dang, that's wild, dude. So you're telling me it started off as like a UFO sighting, but because of the camera, because you were able to zoom in 9,000 times, immediately you debunked it.
Yes, immediately. And I'm one of those type of guys that is always trying to debunk what it is that I'm seeing, what it's like, is it explainable and all that. Like when I told you guys the story on Friday, how I saw 3 dots in the air.
Mm-hmm.
My friends keep telling me maybe it was drones, right? But I'm like, I've never seen how drones, at least back in 2021 when that happened. I don't know the capabilities to be on a triangle formation, right? And to keep flying slowly, one direction going towards the airport where they don't allow any drones in a 5 mile radius.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm like, it's not a plane, that's for sure. Not a plane. Could it be drones? Why would somebody be using their drones at 3 in the morning?
Mm-hmm.
So that's where everything starts like, I don't know.
So you first of all, you take forever to reply on TikTok.
Yes.
Second of all, that video that we mentioned it last week, and it was like, hey, I saw 3 dots. Like, this is what you're telling me last week. So I went on TikTok.
Yes.
And like the first 5 videos after scrolling, I saw similar video to what you were describing. And that's when I sent it to you. And then you're like, oh, is this before or after the podcast? And I was like, well, I don't remember because now, you take like 2 weeks just to reply to one thing. But I'm pretty sure it was right after the podcast. Like, I got on TikTok and I saw a similar thing than what you saw.
Now, I don't have my TikTok notification on. That's why it takes forever.
I don't either, but I'm on it like 24/7. I'm driving and I'm on it.
No manches.
I'm driving to work. I'm on it. In the bathroom, I'm on it.
Oh no, it's like this. Arriba.
Yep.
So yes, I do take forever to reply. My bad. But that's what similarly, especially the first video, if you can recall, that's what I kind of saw. The only difference is mine wasn't a foggy night like the video. Mine didn't look dim. It was like complete pitch black on the air because it's nighttime. It's 10 in the morning. And I'm seeing 3 dots. Slowly driving northbound. And I'm
driving
going 30
northbound?
miles an hour. Well, I'm driving 30 miles north.
Driving northbound 30 miles an hour, you said?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So I can literally, I'm like this, like looking at it, mirando para arriba, following it. And too bad
on your TikTok while you're watching and driving?
En ese tiempo no tenía TikTok.
Dang.
I think my phone died that night. Yeah. Right. Coincidence? I think no.
Look for scars in your head to make sure that you weren't abducted.
Mocote maybe. Now,
you do seem stupider, so maybe they did abduct you.
I did try to use a Chromebook to go live.
True. You can go live on a Chromebook, but not your Chromebook.
Yeah, maybe if I was connected.
If you had an Ethernet cable on there, much better.
Ethernet adapter.
Oh, you have the Ethernet cable. Oh, speaking of that,
yes.
Earlier you were telling me like you didn't have the Ethernet. So then I was like, give me your address. And you're like, for what? LOL. And then I was like, I ordered the Ethernet. I fucking shipped it to your house. And then you told me you have the Ethernet. You just don't have the adapter. So then I immediately canceled it. And then I was going to get you the adapter so you get it today. And then I forgot because then I got busy. So, sorry.
No worries. It's like you're probably going to go live next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Mate. Because I need to test it before we go live. Because I don't want to look embarrassing again.
Hey, from a scale of 1 to 10, how embarrassed did you get?
Not really.
And I don't mean embarrassed like shy embarrassed. I mean embarrassed like things were going to shit and you felt like you needed to catch up.
I got mad. That's all I got to say that. I just got mad because it didn't work.
Oh, you got mad at the situation, not because William and I were making fun of you?
No. That's why you gotta keep it cool.
Dude, there was one point last week where we started to realize that you were 6 seconds behind.
Yes.
And it was just so hilarious for me and William. And then eventually, you guys got on your phone and everything, but it was hilarious.
Well, because I watch a lot of live podcasting about boxing.
Uh-huh.
I kind of figured that out right away when someone's in a delay. And I thought it was you guys until both of you were good and I was the one lagging. I'm like, okay, I gotta see something. What's up?
Mm-hmm.
And was that yo? And I was like, I just wish I had gone to my phone a lot earlier. Because I was like, I have an idea, but that was after 40 minutes instead of doing it like a minute 10 when I was having a hard time.
Yeah, it was after like 40 minutes. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and
But hey, we were there for a long ass time. I don't know, like an hour, 40 minutes or something.
it was a good talk. That's fine. When you have a good talk, you have a good talk. You can't complain about that.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Now,
And eventually, as things get dialed in, we're not going to be powered by StreamYard anymore. We're going to be powered directly from the source.
what source? YouTube?
I mean, yeah, you can go live straight from YouTube too.
Yeah, that's true. We just don't. Well, what's the difference between StreamYard and YouTube Live?
I've gone live on YouTube, and YouTube, I mean, you can really keep on going on forever and ever, but you can also, the thing is, you can't really, at least to my knowledge, based on when I used it last time, you can't do what StreamYard does where you put pictures or you put, different people jump on and all of that. So it's like when you go live only from the one camera. So you and I can't even chat. That's the thing. It's we have to be either in person or we have to do a workaround.
So you can add people to talk like StreamYard, like where we had 4 yes last week.
No, you can't.
All right.
Yeah.
So what is it that you meant that we're going live from the source?
That was a joke because you can't see powered by StreamYard anymore when we do it, but even though it's the same source. And the source would be, keep your cool, the logo would be there. That would be the source, even though it's through the same website.
Yes. I got you.
Yeah, man.
Now, did you watch any UFC fights over the weekend?
You know what? I did not. However, I have a good reason for that. I had quite a couple of opportunities get presented to me that I do not wish to talk about until things become official. Yes. However, I can say that it is kind of life-changing, depending if we go through it or not. And it requires a business. And that being said, there was a lot going on this weekend, and I had a couple of shoots. So I did not. Oh, and I had a meeting with my lawyer, and my business lawyer. Yeah, that represents my business. Whitewashed. I'm doing it professionally, homie.
Lawyer.
So that's the thing is that happened over the weekend, and it was a busy weekend, and I didn't watch the fight. However, I do know that I saw the winners, and then the Mexican dude was like "Viva Mexico, cabrones" or "perros" or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And so, and the thing is, like, I was on TikTok. That's where I saw it. That's where I get all my news from. You know what's crazy? Speaking of TikTok, I will come back to the fight right now. It has to do with the war going on right now. Did you know that every single war before the Ukraine war, it was always televised in the news like, oh, yesterday there was 3 bombings, blah, 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 right? And people would be like, oh, wow. Dude, since TikTok has been out, Ukraine war has been the very first war where you literally get to see everybody in the front lines as things are happening.
Yes, like social media.
You're witnessing the war before it even goes on the news. And as a matter of fact, you hardly even see that in the news anymore because you're watching it from real soldiers on either side posting this stuff on TikTok because it's like, it's in the moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that being said, that's when I saw the fight is like I started scrolling through TikTok and then I started seeing all of the... Yeah.
Before you jump into the fight again. I just gotta have one complaint with TikTok. It's funny how they show bombing. It's funny how they show all that military stuff, shooting and all that. Guns.
Yeah.
When this motherfucker right here shows 3 slides, just 3, with a katana in his hand, I get blocked.
Yeah, man, because that's dangerous, bro.
and war isn't.
I mean, war is not because, we're keeping their country safe. I have no idea, man. I mean, I've seen people be like halfway naked and stuff, more than that on TikTok. And I'm just like, oh, that's kind of funny how this is, this is here.
You want to know what they said? When I got blocked on that, it said TikTok does not allow acts of violence. So they can post the Ukraine war, but they cannot post me with the katana and no one else around me except me showing off a katana in three pictures.
So here's the difference. The difference is that you're showing acts of violence, and the war is showing self-defense.
You're stupid.
The country is defending themselves.
Oh yeah. Okay, so you can go back to you.
So back to UFC. I did see that, he was like, "Viva Mexico, cabrones," and then like immediately he had to be rushed off because people were throwing shit. And he's not in. I guess it didn't happen in his country, right?
Of course.
So, and I saw the other dude. He was all beat up, dude.
Okay.
That's about it. And I wasn't rooting for. See, the thing is, I don't know their names. I'm not a big, huge UFC fighter, but when I watch them, I really enjoy them. Like I said last time, I watch them with friends, big fights. And if you and I were watching it at the same time, like even if you're down there in California, the fact that you're watching it and I'm like, "Hey, did you see that punch? Hell yeah." Like we're just communicating. Like that gets me motivated to watch it.
Of course,
so
now,
go for it.
I was going to tell you, the fight was in Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
The fighters were Brazilian. So that's why they started booing. That's why they started doing
because
all that.
He was talking shit about the Brazilians. Or like, repping his hood where he's not at.
Country, where he's from.
Yeah.
However, when Figueiredo beat Moreno in Anaheim, which is mostly Mexican, no one booed him. No one threw shit at him. That was disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, how's it Moreno's fault that he fucking punched him in the eye and his eye got closed? I don't know if you saw the pictures, but that guy was like, he had a dead eye.
Yeah, I saw that. Man, so speaking of fights, is there any other fights coming up that? Because here's the thing, when there's another fight coming up, I want to be able to, like, if you have the time and you're not working, like, I want you to watch the fight, but I also want to watch the fight, and like that way we know that we're watching it, and then we can text each other. "Oh, did you see that punch? What did you think of this?" Like as it's happening. I like doing that, even though we're not in person, right? So if there's any other fights coming up, I want to, plan that. Whether it's boxing or UFC, I'm down.
There's obviously UFC. I think the next one's either Usman versus what's that guy's name? Edwards. That one's gonna be, I believe, in March, and then we got John Jones versus. Oh, I keep forgetting the big French guy that lost to Ngannou. Cyril Gane. There you go. I hate it when that happens. When you know the fucking fighters, but you just can't remember. I hate that.
That's how I am with movies. I know the actors. I know the movies. Just show me a picture or like so I can remember, but I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yes. So those are the next two fights. Now instead of texting and all that, maybe if we're free and we're both watching it, and if our life works later on, maybe we can go live and get our reactions while watching the fight.
True. We'll have a podcast as we're watching the fight and then react to that, but have fillers.
We just can't show footage because then we'll get blocked. Other than that, we can talk about the fight. Oh, you see that punch or something like that.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a plan.
It sounds like a plan. Now the fight, Teixeira versus now this is Hill. I think it was Hill. That fight, you gotta Teixeira retired in that fight, but you gotta respect him. That guy took a fucking beating. He took a beating, left, right, up and down, and freaking Hill couldn't finish him off. I know that Teixeira has experience. I know that he was a champion, but he was older, and he should have finished him off.
So, since we're talking about older fighters here, what are your thoughts? Now, what's his name? Jake Paul getting into the fighting industry. What are your thoughts? I know he gets a lot of shit about, he's only fighting retired fighters and older fighters, like get somebody his age and somebody that's like right now professional? Like, what are your thoughts behind that from his fights? I don't know if you have watched any of his fights.
I have seen all his fights. There's two reasons.
Two reasons why you watch his fights, or why?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Why I watch his fights.
Okay.
Two reasons. One, he promotes on his undercards actual boxers, as opposed to the KSI fights where he just promotes Instagrammers and TikTokers and YouTubers. There's no real fight in there.
He wants to fight other YouTubers, other Instagrammers, stuff like that, right? With the KSI one.
Yes. And with Jake Paul, he fights an ex-MMA. I know that they're not boxers. I understand that. I know they're retired. I completely understand that. At the end of the day, that guy's a YouTuber. Meaning that the guys he's fighting have combat experience, even if retired.
Mm-hmm.
And Jake Paul doesn't have anything. Jake Paul is just a YouTuber. TikToker.
Yeah.
What's it called? Social influence. That's what he is. But his undercard does have actually boxing fights. So that's something that I like, because that means that you're not only getting kids who want to follow Jake Paul, but they're actually going to see real fights and see like, oh, who's that? Oh, I should see him next fight because he was really that good. Maybe, who knows? Now, when they say that he might be taking money from boxers, yeah, I don't think so, because he's bringing his own following, not boxers. Like me as a fan, I did not see the Woodley 2 fight and the Anderson Silva. So I think he's only had like 5 fights.
I think the one I didn't see was Anderson Silva. That's the only one I haven't seen.
Yes. And now he's going to fight Tommy Fury in the Saudi Arabia. Like, again, I don't know if he's going to bring in fighters underneath, but like I said, the last 4 fights that he fought in Showtime, he was bringing on his undercard real fight. So in a way, that's always good for boxer.
Mm-hmm.
Do I believe you should fight a boxer because you're talking so much shit and you're saying, oh, I'm great. I'm like, okay, I'm like, fight an MMA. Right, I don't mind. Fight a UFC fighter. A Bellator. But fight someone your own size. Even if they're older, fight someone who's your own size. This guy's bringing up guys who used to fight at 155. And this guy weighs like at 190. How's that a fair fight?
Mm-hmm.
In a way. Because I know that he's a YouTuber, like I said, but you are fighting guys who are 40 pounds lower than you.
Mm-hmm.
That's not fair.
So, from my perspective is, like I said, I don't watch sports, whether that's fighting, soccer, football, whatever. However, knowing that he is a social media influencer and kind of my world revolves around like YouTube and stuff, right? Because of that, I am going to follow, I am going to watch because I know him from over here, if that makes sense. And then, so that being said, I want to say, like, I think you have a point with the KSI thing where it's like he's fighting only other YouTubers, Instagrammers, other influencers. But Jake Paul is actually working his way up there, and I understand that he's not fighting people in his same class, same size or anything, but the fact that he's able to go out there, and one, he's a really good promoter. He's a really great shit talker. And then two, it's like, at the end of the day, this is entertainment. And for me, this is entertaining because it's such a shit show. Now, on the cons, on the other side of it, it's like, why bring UFC fighters into boxing? You know what I mean? Like, why not keep it boxing fighters into boxing? Or why don't you go to the UFC and fight them there? You know what I mean? So those are the cons for me. It's like, I enjoy watching it. I want to see someone get their ass beat, but at the end of the day, I don't think it's fair. And I think he does that for a reason, to stay on top, promote, make money. You know what I mean?
Also, there's something you brought up about fighting UFC that I remember. I don't mind him when he fights the MMA fighters because this is what his 4th, 5th, 6th fight. if you look at all the past boxers in life, when it's their first 10 fights, they're fighting people with double-digit losses on their record. So him fighting ex-MMA fighters, at least he's fighting people that are combatant or compatible with combat. They should know how to block because they've been in combat. They can probably take a shot to the chin because they've been in combat. As opposed
And also,
to KSI when
yeah, well, I was gonna say, adding to that is like the gloves that they wear compared to boxing. You can definitely feel a punch more. Not that they don't hurt either one of them, but I know UFC, you could take a bigger punch because of their gloves that they wear compared to boxing.
depends. Because in boxing, the gloves are also heavier. You get it? Like let's say in UFC, I'm not sure what's the weight on the UFC to be honest. But in boxing, you can wear 8-ounce gloves, 10-ounce gloves, 12-ounce gloves. And in UFC, I think those are like 4 6-ounce gloves. That's why when Mayweather fought McGregor, remember when we started our channel, that was our first actual video. It was Mayweather McGregor. When he fought him, they were saying that it wasn't fair for McGregor because he used to fight with 6-ounce gloves. So Mayweather decided to bring his 10-ounce gloves, and he says, "All right, we'll fight with 8-ounce. We'll meet in the middle." And in a way, that helped Mayweather because he knows he's a boxer and he's gonna knock him out because he knew that Conor was in the run. A lot of money they made, but he took a beating.
Damn.
And I don't know if you knew this. I knew this later on when I got more into boxing and all that. Mayweather was seen during the what is it, 3 months or 2 months of promotion. There's a lot of boxers that were talking that they saw him in his casinos till 3, 4 in the morning playing. So he wasn't even taking this fight serious at all.
Damn.
This is
Now,
Vegas. So,
as much as I don't like Mayweather, as much as I don't like Mayweather only because of his attitude, of the way he is, and like he loves to show off. That's the thing I don't like about him. But other than that, he's a really great fighter. Whether I like it or not, he is a great fucking fighter. At least of my lifetime, because I didn't grow up watching Muhammad Ali. I didn't grow up watching Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? So in my generation, Mayweather is a goddamn good fighter.
And very professional. Even though he liked to party and all that, when it was time to grind, he put in the hours in boxing. So that's something that a lot of these new young boxers don't understand, and they don't put their drive, they don't put their time, and they don't put their focus where it belongs. And that's why sometimes not a bum, but like a B+, C+ fighter beats them. Sorry about that.
Sometimes I like to watch up and coming fighters that are not like super well known, just because like seeing where most of these fighters are not very professional, not super, up here. Sometimes you get to see the mistakes that happen and you're like, damn, like obviously he doesn't have that much practice compared to like a Mayweather, but you can see those imperfections, you know what I mean, as they're coming up.
Yes. And like there's one in Santa Ana. Right? There's this kid. Alexis Rocha. Shout out to him. Follow him on Instagram. And he's from my town. And slowly, ever since I found out about him, I've been seeing him grow, and I'm like, I don't know if he'll ever make it to the champions, but he's a decent fighter, and because he's from our hometown, I gotta support. Every time he fights, I turn on the TV. When I lived in on Bakersfield, I remember they went to the mall. And there was this fighter. He was doing autographs, signing his poster, all that. Yo llegué, le dije, hey, ¿cómo estás? I like boxing. ¿De dónde eres? Oh, yo soy de Fresno. Well, actually, I'm from Avenal. Name was Jose Ramirez. He signed the poster. Took it back home. Tossed it. About 2-3 years later, he became a champion.
Damn.
And then he unified his belt. And then at the end he lost for the other two belts. But that's how you know that sometimes as an unknown boxer can become a champion and have a pretty good run.
Dude, he's got 21. So 21-1, 13 KOs. Wait, this doesn't make sense to me.
What?
I'm looking at his stats right now. This dude's only 25 years old.
Who are you talking about?
Sorry, Alexis Rocha.
Yes, Alexis Rocha. 25 years old, 21-1.
He's from Santa Ana, living in Irvine.
Are you looking him up? Google?
No, boxrec.com.
Everyone's favorite site.
This is the first time I ever heard about this site. I just Googled it, and that's the first thing that popped up.
If you ever want to know about a boxer, you go there and you check his fights out. Anyone. Even their amateur fights.
Damn. Well, I'm interested in watching his next fight. That would be dope.
He actually fights on Saturday.
The 28th?
Yes.
Versus George?
I don't know who's fighting. I think it's an unknown guy, but like I said,
right there it says George, and it says at the YouTube Stadium or something like that.
Yeah, in LA. I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that Saturday, if you want to look up this guy, Artur Beterbiev versus Anthony Yarde. It's going to be in England, so the fight's going to be like at 2 o'clock. We got I think it's 17 fights, 17 knockouts, 0 losses, versus 21 fights, 2 losses, and like 19 KOs, I think it is.
Damn.
And that's the tell of the tape. I'm going to tell you right now. Bombs away, brother.
Are you threatening me?
No, that's what the fight is going to be. It's just going to be bombing on each other. Bomb. Like,
Dang.
bomb. I've seen both of them fight many times.
Mm-hmm.
Beterbiev being one of my favorite fighters from Russia. Fighting out of Canada now. Because of what happened.
What happened? War?
Yes, so basically any Russian fighter can't fight unless you're a champion. And he was a champion. Bivol was a champion, and I don't know who else. So those were the only few guys that lasted as champions fighting out of Russia. You drinking to stay up, son?
What's that? No, it's just water.
Agua. Proud
Spring water.
Portland, Oregon. Is it from Portland?
No, I don't think so. This is a Trader Joe's water.
Go to Trader Joe's.
Hell yeah, son. It's the cheapest.
You go to like Aldi or something like that?
Hell no, they don't have those here.
What?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been to an Aldi, to be honest.
Honestly, I used to go all the time to Aldi in Bakersfield. And let me tell you, if you didn't eat your food within the first 3 days, it would go bad, because I feel like Aldi, they have good food, but they have the good food that not everybody wants. Therefore, you got to eat it now or it expires, which is why it's very cheap.
Daily.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why it's pretty cheap there.
Okay. For you.
Yeah, and then so the thing about Portland is when you go to Portland, like downtown, like main Portland, you don't see Walmarts, you don't see Targets, you don't see any of that. Like you only see mom and pop shops, corner stores, things like that. But then it's when you go outside of Portland, like Clackamas, Milwaukee. Well, we don't even have one here in Milwaukee, but Clackamas.
There's a Milwaukee in Oregon?
Yeah.
How far is What's it called? Lake Oswego from you.
Oh, Lake Oswego. I used to live there too. That's like a 15-minute drive.
15-minute drive. Órale. And
yeah, and then downtown Portland from my house right now in Milwaukee. I'd say like a 10-minute drive.
10 minutes from downtown.
Downtown Portland to my house.
And walking like 30 minutes?
Probably more, just because the roads are long to get there.
Okay. Also, you're saying 10 minutes because no traffic.
Yeah, because you just drive like 45, maybe 50 miles an hour. Yeah.
That's fast. No, I'm just
Dude, but it's called the City of Bridges, man. I don't know if you've ever seen Portland, but there's like 15 bridges next to each other.
The only time I see Portland is every time they play the lake. No, that's lake.
Yeah, but it's dope, man.
Have you ever been to the game? Since there's nothing to do in Portland or Oregon?
Oh man, there's a lot to do to Portland. That's why I never go to the games.
Although you don't watch sports.
Yeah, I also don't watch sports.
Sorry about that.
Well, you're tired already, bro? Dude, it's only been 36 minutes.
No, it hasn't been 36 minutes.
Well, we were talking before we started.
No, but I'm not tired. I'm just exhausted.
What time you work tomorrow?
9 in the morning.
Oh, excuse me.
But I get up at 7.
You get up at 7 to take the kids to school?
Yeah, well, I get up at 6:30 to tell them to wake up, and then I go to bed, and then I take them to school, and then I go to bed. And I'm like, I can't sleep, so let's get ready.
Yeah.
So to Portland. I want to talk about Portland because I've never been there. It's a big state, right?
Oregon is a big state, yes.
No, sorry, yes. Just that nothing else.
It's not. I mean, it's a small state because there's not very many major cities. Like California is like a long state, right? But you have like city after city after city after city after city. Oregon is different. Oregon is like wide, but only a couple of cities, and the rest is like nothing.
Yeah. Okay. So there's a lot of farms.
There's more land for sure than there is,
And how much are lots over there? Like if I want to buy a lot. Let's say
man, it depends on where. What?
We're like a 1 acre lot in the middle of nowhere.
Maybe like 100,000.
Damn.
Is that a lot?
Yes. You can buy like a 1 acre lot in Texas for like what, 10,000? I think.
Dude, that's Texas, bro. Actually, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just throwing numbers out there. Okay. I'll tell you what, though. Houses in the major city of Portland is expensive as fuck.
Well, it's because it's the city, though, and there's nothing else to do in Oregon. Or Portland.
True.
There's a bunch
of
wood.
There's a lot to do here, man.
Do a tree house.
So I'm going to tell you this much. In Bakersfield, we almost purchased a $250,000 house that was being brand new, built by my school at the time. It was a new school. And it was like a 2-story new house with 4 bedrooms, a pool, like everything you can think of for $220,000 or $240,000.
You were gonna have a pool?
In Bakersfield.
Damn, all those barbecue parties.
And then the day before we were gonna go sign, we were like, nope, we're not gonna do this. We're just gonna go to New York, and then go to Portland and see which one we like the best. We didn't want to be stuck in Bakersfield.
Why Portland?
Well, that's where Sarah liked, and I wanted New York, so we went to both, and we both decided Portland.
So you guys have actually had gone to Portland before?
No.
So how'd you know you guys like Portland?
Oh, I see what you're saying. We visited New York because I've never been, and I didn't like it. Like, it's a great city and everything, but we went during the winter, and I just didn't like it.
People
And
you
then
hear
we
that you're
came
already
to
here.
Portland.
Give me a second. I'm about to talk shit.
Go for it.
This fucking guy on Friday, he put New York as one of the best states over Cali, and he just mentioned it that he does not like it. How is that possible? That's some bullshit.
No,
Okay,
no,
go
no,
ahead.
no. That I'm talking about living. To visit, New York is on the top of the list, but to live, definitely not.
All right.
So that being said, we decided to go to Portland and visit for a couple days, and we were like, "Oh, I already absolutely love this. All right, let's move." And then we moved.
And that was it.
And anyways, to get back to my point is that $250,000 house in Bakersfield, here in Oregon, in Portland, you could probably get that house for like $1.7 million. I'm gonna tell you that much. The price is so ridiculously expensive here.
I don't know how much it would be in Irvine for that house.
Like 3.5.
Yup.
I believe you, man. Fuck
yeah,
that
bro.
place. No, I'm kidding.
It's the safest city in the world. Well, not in the world, but
The safest city in the world?
Yeah, low crime. The only crime that we have here is stolen cars.
Damn.
Damn's right. I'm not in Santa Ana, son.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because
Speaking
Santa
of
Ana.
that, I gotta look up where Irvine's at. What'd you say?
Look it up. Put it on the Google Maps.
Irvine, City of California. Ah, you're next to Lake Forest. You've got Santana.
Tustin.
I know where you're at.
Newport.
I see your house right here. Yep, right there.
So, in Orange County, even though it's an expensive county, I think it's more expensive than LA. No. Well, it depends where in LA, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think we're more expensive than like East LA and Compton and all that, which is part of LA. But downtown LA, I believe, is super expensive and super dumb. But you are downtown.
Downtown also isn't even all that great, to be honest with you.
Unless you're like in Hollywood.
I mean, that's not downtown though.
True.
Downtown, I'm talking like downtown LA.
I actually do think San Diego downtown is better.
Oh, hell yeah. San Diego for sure. But let me tell you this much, or I'll tell you this much. I feel like San Diego was the dirtiest part of Los Angeles. And what I mean by that is like
the homeless.
Not the homeless, but like I feel like there was a vibe there that was just like more trash on the ground. Well, at least when I went to visit. More trash on the ground. It was just like, I don't know. LA is also trashy, but it's not as trashy in my opinion. Maybe it was the time of year. I don't know. This is before COVID.
No, because I worked in I worked in San Diego. So I understand what you're saying. It's like more grimy, like dirty, like, pero no dirty de sucio, sino dirty like dirty looks.
Yeah. Like things need to be washed. It needs to rain there and just like wash things away, kind of thing.
Like it looks like if you're insignificant in a way. You know what I mean? While like I feel like downtown LA, which I've never been to that much, but when I did Uber and all that, I feel like the people that I dropped off were there just for fun. So because I only got to see the fun part, like when I would see people at the Hollywood Bowl, when I would pick them up from clubs, from bars when the Lakers were playing, it was more like an alive scene, and everybody was friendly. At least my stuff that I used to do. When I used to pick up people, like I never received a bad car rider. I never received a bad rider. So in a way, that's why I feel like when I see LA in that aspect, I'm like it looked good, but too much traffic.
Mm-hmm.
Not for me.
Yeah, it's I definitely would have moved back to live to LA.
You wouldn't?
Nah.
Well, if you were to move back in Cali, where would it be at? If, and that's a big if, because you're not coming back.
If I was to move back to California, I'd move. I would only move because I'm retiring, first of all. and I would retire in like Malibu, like somewhere in the ocean, just, you know.
You're no.
But like even that, there's better places than California, like
to retire or to live.
To retire or live.
Yeah, I mean, I see your point. It's like when I see big ass houses in like Katy, Texas, and I'm like, dang.
Yeah. And here's the thing. And I'm being like, I've lived in California my whole life. Don't get me wrong. I love California. There's a vibe. Weather's usually always good, but only in certain parts of California. It's not like all of California. You know what I mean?
No, all of California.
So like, that being said, it's like, there's a lot more places that is definitely better than California. And I'm not only talking about like visually, like where I live, I feel like is better. It's always like when it's sunny, it's clean because it just got done raining and like there's no smog. The clouds are like actual clouds. It's not like Bakersfield where it's just blue and you never see clouds. There's trees everywhere. There's waterfalls, rivers, bridges. Like it just looks really good. But not only that, but like here, the what?
No, go ahead. I was gonna say elaborate on the raining thing, on the when you see the whole clouds. I was gonna elaborate on that, but go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say here in Oregon, I've gotten really comfortable with the non-taxing. Like, we don't get taxed for buying groceries. We don't get taxed for buying a new, I don't know, this camera that I'm using. Like, I'm not gonna pay. So this camera was like $4,000. So I'm not gonna pay $4,800 because of tax. You know what I mean? It's just $4,000. I know that's a crazy, stupid number, but I don't know what else I'm like. This TV here, this monitor.
Like if you went to a grocery, instead of saying like $199 plus tax, it's just $199.
It's just $199. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Actually, I'm not gonna lie about that.
And it's very nice because the other day, I think it was my brother or I forget what it was, but I was like, yeah, I think it was my brother. He was like, "Oh, I just bought one of those things or whatever it was that I had bought like recently." And he's like, "Yeah, how much was yours?" And I was like, "Oh, $399." Like I'm just throwing a number out there, you know, $399. He's like, "Damn, man, mine was like $475." I was like, "What?" And like it didn't click because I'm like, we don't get taxed here. Like, yeah, you have property taxes, like the federal stuff, like that's fine. But even when you go buy a car, the only thing you're taxed is like license plate, DMV fees, you know, like that. You're not gonna get a whole tax on top of the buying the car.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Because okay, for instance, going to football, right? Every time that Tom Brady wants to sign to a team, they always say, "Oh, he's gonna go here because Tom Brady doesn't like taxes." And also he's only been to two teams. But in Florida, they don't tax you. So let's say if they're gonna pay him $275 million, they were gonna pay him $275 million.
Mm-hmm.
And so I see what you mean because when right here we get tax for it, and it's kind of.
But don't get me wrong. Like when you work, we'll still get taxed. Like what I mean by that is they'll still take money out of our paychecks, just like anywhere else. That's a federal thing.
Yeah, not a state.
But for the little things, like it's just so much worth it. Like the little things add up. I mean, just make calculations. Let's say you spend $1,000 in groceries because you have a big family and you have kids and, you know, you have a dog and you have, you know, you're really not spending $1,000. You're spending almost $1,500. That's an extra $500 a month. And I'm just throwing numbers out there, you know.
No, yeah.
But that's an extra $500 towards just taxes alone or whatever. You get my point. And here it's we only spend $200 every 2 or 3 weeks. But that's it. Like we're not spending taxes and taxes and taxes, and it makes a big difference after a while.
How many states are like that?
Honestly, I don't know. I just know that Oregon, Florida,
Nevada.
What?
I think Nevada's free, right?
No, Nevada is taxable.
Really?
Well, here's the thing: Las Vegas is, and I've only ever been to Las Vegas. And I know, Vegas is, they tax you there, so I'm assuming it's the same.
To me, that's actually shocking because you like to travel, and I'm surprised you haven't gone to Lake Tahoe or Reno.
I've been to Reno.
Then how can we just say go to Vegas on
Well, I mean, that's where I've been the most.
Okay, like I'm pretty sure you've been to Henderson then.
Yeah, that's where Johnny used to live.
Okay. Now, when I was going to elaborate on the weather, when I used to live in Bakersfield, I don't know if you remember, but I had this 7 o'clock p.m. job to 7 in the morning.
I think so.
Well, I was working for Califia Farm, the coffee thing or milk, I don't know what. Anyway, boring ass job. One night that became morning. I got up at 7. It was raining the whole night. And Bakersfield, because it has so much farm, because it has so much the oil fields on the way to, I believe, it's not Taft. What's up north of Bakersfield? What was that?
Visalia, Fresno.
No, not that far. Like 45 minutes out of Bakersfield. North. Is it not oil?
Tulare?
Tulare, maybe. No, I think Delano. No, Delano to the north.
Shafter.
There you go. Shafter. Okay, so Shafter. I worked there for like 2 weeks. When I was coming down, fog, siempre, traffic, todo fell. Well, that night that it rained, when I got off at 7 in the morning, I was driving by and you can see the sunrise, right? Y todo se miraba bien hermoso, like green. There was no mist, there was no fog because of the water that it cleared it out. So when you start seeing all that beautiful nature that we're destroying, I'm like, damn, I did not know that. In a way, Bakersfield has good views, even though it's a flat desert city.
Yeah.
And it does have views, but it just depends where are you getting them from.
So let me elaborate on that. So think of exactly what you just told me, except we get that every single day. Oh, my battery just died on the back. We get that every single day. And every single day, you're like, wow, I can't believe I live here. This is so amazing. Like, it's weird the way it is, but like, you just have to experience it, man.
No, yeah. Like I went to when I went to Vegas to celebrate our anniversary, I bought timeshare. Yes, I know. People hate it. I till this day, it's only been 2 years. I love it. It kind of helps someone who's on the more low income side that doesn't know how to save money in a way to travel and be at places where you would not think you would afford. Now I do understand where people are like, you're paying too much money monthly. I'm like, the thing is, if I'm not paying that much money monthly, would I have that money monthly to go anywhere? Like, you get it. Like, you gotta know yourself as a person.
Yeah.
To start. Me, I'm not a big saver guy. I save money where it matters, but now where I'm like, these 300, I'm gonna save. I don't think I can do that. I'm a bad saver. Bad saver. So by me doing this timeshare, I'm paying 300 a month, but I can use them anytime. If I don't use them, they roll over. So I went to Stallion Springs in 2021. I went to Stallion Springs by Tehachapi. And it's like a cabin remote, like right in there, like it's like 45 minutes into the mountain, but not in the mountain, Tehachapi. Right, so it's like we're in the the mountain is like this, right? Like a big triangle, right? Like a big triangle. Let's say we're like at the very bottom of the mountain, but it's like in between of all the hills and all the mountains.
Oh yeah.
So it was a kind of a beautiful sight because you're looking upward instead of looking downward. You're looking upward. Dude, and for us, as a Latino that didn't go out camping, as a Latino that didn't get to experience nature as much. Bro, I got so excited when I saw that stupid deer, and when I saw the elk with his long horns, and I was like, wow, it's like mesmerizing. Just that alone, I was like, I don't mind paying that timeshare because what we got to see, and my kids were screaming, they were excited. The little cabin that we had, it was amazing, and I never in my life. Again, because I've never camped or anything like that. I have never heard so much silence.
It's
Silence, bro.
nice,
Like
huh?
no cars, nothing.
Yeah.
Y no más que, pues sí, eso es basically like if you live in the city. You know, I'm not gonna say that I live in the city, but our city is kind of packed in a way, Orange County, the county. So it's never quiet here. Dude, in 4 days, I can tell you right now that I relaxed so much that I'm like, damn, I want to do it again, but without the kids. and
Damn.
last year, we went to Lake Conroe, Texas. That's when I went to Houston, right, for my 2 week vacation. Out of those 2 week vacation, I took a 4 day stay at Lake Conroe. Again, same situation. Got to see deer. It wasn't a leg. We took pictures. It was just. Sometimes you need those little getaways, even if it's a 3 day stay. But when you're out there, I'm like, just loving that nature, man.
Mhm.
Wow. It hits you where it needs to, you know.
Hell yeah, man. I wanna
What?
bring up a picture just to show you kind of the view. This is pretty okay. This is what I'm talking about. Let me see if I can get it. This is in downtown Portland. I don't think you can see it on. No, you won't be able to see it.
Not a little.
Does it look okay?
What'd you see? It's like a little bay area, isn't it?
Yeah. And that's literally the view every single day.
Oh, I see what you mean. Like clouds and it looks very beautiful blue.
Yeah. And then this here is just my backyard, bro.
Like a movie type.
Like a movie every single fucking day. And then let me show you this.
Your full lights went out.
No, I just turned off the thing. 1 second.
Okay.
So that you can see my phone. But I just want to show you one more photo if I can bring it up. It's of the mountain. The mountain it's literally like, I don't know, 45 minutes away from here. And you can see this mountain when it's a sunny day. When it's a sunny day outside, and you can see it from all the city. There's actually 4 different mountains you can see, and they're volcanoes. They're not mountains, actually.
Is that where the super volcano lives?
This is where there's Mount Hood, Mount Shasta, Mount Rainier. Yeah, one of them exploded, and it was a big deal.
You're not close to Mount Rushmore, right?
No.
Okay. Because I think that's a super volcano, Mount Rushmore. I don't know if you ever heard of that before.
Yeah, I have, but dude, like, okay, look at this photo. This is at one of the bridges
Is that like
by
a
my house.
chapel?
It's not a chapel. That's the thing. It's called St. John's Bridge because it looks like a chapel.
Oh, and it's a bridge.
It's a bridge. Like cars are from the top.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
Well, I can't find the mountain photo. Oh, here it is. Bro. This looks like a wallpaper.
Oh, it does look like a wallpaper.
But that mountain is, you can see that mountain from my house. I mean, that's not where my house is at, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I took that photo, and it's just like the beauty here is just so nice.
Because even for us, like when we're heading eastbound, right? If it rains, we have a mountain view. It's not big there, because Big Bear's kind of far, so we don't get to see Big Bear, but we get to see another one.
Is it Tijuana? Is it Tijuana?
No, Tijuana, you get to see it from passing San Diego. That's another view.
That's a good view, though, right?
Talking about views. Yeah. Give me a second. I'm gonna get right to it. But like right here in California, where we are, if you're looking out to the east when it rains, that mountain is beautiful, dude. Like toda blanca, se mira como on the tip of the mountain, como pasa like the wind and it's pushing up the snow. And it just looks nice.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you know what I mean, because you guys get snow too. On your mountain.
Yeah, it snowed last week.
Oh, there you go. Oh, in actual on your city.
Dude, you should see my backyard. Yeah, it snowed. Yeah, it snows here. Not a lot, but yeah, it snows.
Because I know where my sister's at. That's just like 1 foot of snow, I believe.
Damn. Here we definitely haven't gotten a foot of snow here.
She's in Salt Lake City. One day we'll bring her here.
Oh yeah, there's definitely it snows there.
Yeah. And what the hell? Okay, so talking about the views. I don't know if I brought it up last. And if I did, I'm sorry for repeating. Or when you said right now, Tijuana, you've seen it at night then, right? How does the view look?
It looks beautiful, nice, dude.
Okay. When I went to Houston from Cali, I didn't get to see much because I left on a rainy day, so I'm pretty sure I got to see a lot of clouds at night, but everything was so dark, and you would get to see only like let's say if the map is at Phoenix, I'm like, okay, that's Phoenix right there, something like that. On the way back, my kids were in the window, and when we're passing Juarez and El Paso, bro, like there's a difference. Like, esa pinche línea, you can tell where the border's at.
Yep.
Juarez is all lit up, and freaking El Paso and all the rest of the city, todo medio dim, like not as loud as lights. And I'm like, it's such a beautiful shot. That's aerial, and I'm like, damn, I like that's only some like Google Maps shit, you know, for me, because I don't really travel a lot. I'm broke always to travel. But for me, that was like. It was nice. It was just a nice view that I wish I could have kicked out my kids out of the window.
Yeah, and I've driven that many times from San Antonio down here to not here, but to California. Mm-hmm. And I know exactly what you're talking about. I've driven it at night and during the day. And during the day, you wouldn't even be able to tell.
Yeah. It's like I tell this to everyone, and maybe you've seen it. Mm-hmm. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I was coming from Houston. I'm looking at the map, and it says Las Vegas to the east, or to the north,
west,
whatever, right? Yeah. No, because we're flying west, so it's going to be to the north.
Oh, you're talking about flying?
Yes, flying.
And you're flying from Houston
to California, to LA.
To California, okay.
Yes. So it's to the north.
Mm-hmm.
But you're looking out, and it's already dark. Because it's nighttime. We flew at like 11 o'clock.
Uh-huh.
Y todo se mira oscuro por la desert because there's no houses.
Yeah.
Y desde lejos, lejos, se miraba like a little red, blue, white thing blinking.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that's gotta be Vegas. That's gotta be the airport, or that's gotta be the lights of the strip. It makes sense. Because I'm like, you're literally looking at the map. And it's telling you like Henderson and all that, like a little bit of city, and then I showed you Vegas at the very tip of the map. And if I'm looking out in my window that's facing north, I'm like, and there's something blinking. I'm like, that's gotta be. Unless if I'm looking at something else, I'm like, that's gotta be Vegas.
So one good way that you can, I've seen Vegas at night. I saw it a little closer, just because when I fly, so the way the plane goes, it like goes up. It doesn't go to California and then up. It just kind of does like a, you know?
Yeah.
So when I saw Vegas, I knew it was Vegas because from far away you can see the Luxor, the light that goes up.
Mm-hmm.
You for sure can tell it's Vegas because of that. But for me, I could tell more because I was just way closer. I know that for a fact. Like, I could even see the little buildings.
You're traveling to Oregon, right? You're not taking like a two flight. You're you're flying from San Antonio to Oregon, right?
Well, yeah, but this one was not from San Antonio.
Okay, so it's
but yeah,
but it's still like one of the
to make it,
states, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So in a way, you're gonna get to see more because you are flying north than.
I am flying. I was flying north. Yeah, and for me, it was to my east. So like. Think of the plane going up, and it was on the east. So California was on my left, but I was going up. So was Vegas. So was California in that direction.
Would you say how far from that state that you were in, or that you were passing by? How far would be the drive? Like for me, for instance, I'm in Arizona. When I saw that, I'm in Arizona. I think it was, or New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was almost in Cali. I think it was in Cali. It's a 4-hour drive. And if I can see the distance, I'm like, yeah, there's got to be a 4-hour drive. Even if I'm in Arizona or if I'm in California, it's a 4-hour drive.
Put it this way. It's 45 minutes to get from Las Vegas to California, to Los Angeles, on a plane. 45 minutes.
Yes.
So for you, depending on like, let's say if your time said, 50 minutes or 35 minutes, I'm pretty well could have been Vegas.
Okay. So I am right then.
Yeah, because if you only had about 45 minutes or so left of your flight, then for sure it was Vegas.
Yeah, and I think it was. I think it was because I know it was a very ending, and from where I was watching Vegas, the way that I even look at maps and all that,
Mm-hmm.
I do believe that we were already like in the middle of Cali, I think, if I recall, or maybe just entering California. But because you're on a plane, it's gonna that space,
Oh, yeah.
that skinny section is gonna go by quick.
Yeah.
And it's you gotta have like an imagination at the same time, You gotta have an imagination to understand what are you looking at, what is it that como te puedo decir, connect the dots.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, I thought you cut.
No.
Too quiet. Está como cuando miré Bakersfield on the map. And then I see like little city lit up, a bunch of blackness, and then again light up.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's gotta be freaking like Six Flags and all that that's around before the mountain.
Yeah.
I'm like, and then passing the mountain.
Yeah, Bakersfield is a pretty easy one for me. At night, no, but actually, yes, at night. Because you see like the Freeway 99 and then you see the 5 go diagonal up.
Yes.
So like that gives me a reference.
Yes, and then you gotta remember also at night it's all desert and mountains before we hit actual Bakersfield.
Mm-hmm.
Because everything is not desert. I should have said farms, right? It's all farms. You have the mountains, even Gorman and what is it, PMC, Pine Mountain Club. They're not big cities where they have something lit up. It's just gonna be like one dot of light and that's it.
Yeah.
So if you're flying by, you're literally gonna connect the dots. You're like, oh yeah, but except again, I was watching it from 3 hours away because we're getting close to Los Angeles. And we're watching it, thinking, oh, that's gotta be. I'm like, I mean, I'm messing. So I'm like, the world is not flat. Oh, the earth.
The earth is not flat.
The earth is not flat. Now, since you travel a lot,
Mm-hmm.
what is it that you eat the most?
When I'm traveling, dude.
Yes.
Like 99%, like maybe not 99. I'd say like 80% of the time, I only eat the snacks, and I always order at least 3 tequilas. Not back to back, but I'm always like throughout the flight, I have about 3 tequilas.
I was talking about the state when you go.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so I absolutely love to find Mexican food when I travel. And one is because I only know Mexican food. And I'm first of all, I'm open to trying new food. And I always try new food. To me, I will always try new food, even at like in different states, different cities, especially at weddings when I go and photograph them. But one thing that I like to do, it's kind of a game for me, but I also do it because I'm just curious to see what Mexican food tastes like in different cities, different states. You know what I mean? So Mexican food for sure, I'm always going to eat that, whether it's a taco or whether it's tortas, like the more common stuff to see. Like, for example, in Texas, I mean, they're Tex-Mex food. Oregon, they're super whitewashed, like not Mexican food. Florida was okay, but think of I remember we ordered tacos and they were like, it was an authentic Mexican restaurant, and it had more like pulled pork, although it wasn't called pulled pork. And pulled pork is more barbecue. You know what I mean?
Yes, because yeah.
Why? What do you got to say?
No, because pulled pork technically is carnita.
It is, but it wasn't carnitas that I'm used to. That's what I'm saying. It was more like flavored in a barbecue style, but it was.
And that would be pulled pork, yes.
But it was poor. Like I remember, especially Florida, it's like First of all, the tortillas were not the little mini tortillas I'm used to. They were like the big ass flour tortillas that were like, I'm like, oh, come on. First of all, like, no. Second of all, it had cheddar cheese. Then it had the pulled pork. Then they throw like some pico de gallo and they try to put it with like crema. Or like they try to make it authentic, but it's like, the flavors are not there. Yeah, and then another place was in Arkansas. We went to a Mexican restaurant, and bro, first of all, the food was so salty. I don't know what it is about Arkansas, but I think they think that Mexican food is salty, which it is, but it's not that salty. And I remember that day, like, people were like, oh, this is authentic Mexican food, and it was delicious. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know, but you know what? A for effort. A for effort. And then,
what yeah. A second before you go on more. So you don't play it safe. You don't go like to Carl's Jr. or McDonald's, Jack in the Box.
Nah, because I'm open to, like, I want to try new shit. I want to either like it or hate it. So, I don't want to be safe. I don't want to be like, oh, you know, Carl's Jr. I know is always good, so I'm going to go here. Like, nah, dude. I'm just going to try something new. Mom and pop shop looks like there's a hole in the wall. I'm going to go there for sure.
For sure. It's like when William comes from Atlanta to Cali. I think he's done it twice. And he's lived out there for 4 or 5 years. He always comes and he always wants to meet a Carl's Jr. because there's no Carl's Jr. over there. And I was like, isn't it Hardee's? And he said that the closest Hardee's to him is like almost an hour away. And he's like, I'm not going to make a trip for a Hardee's that doesn't even taste like a regular Carl's Jr. So that's like, when I heard that, I'm like, wow. I'm like, I thought Carl's was not worldwide, nationwide. I guess there was none in Texas. Not that I saw anyway.
No, I don't think so. But here's the thing. Actually, there was a Carl's Jr. where I lived, so I take that back. But so here's the thing. After living in Oregon, you'll get used to not eating at Carl's Jr., not eating at Jack in the Box. Because first of all, those places are far from here. And I'm not saying like, oh, 2 hours away. I'm saying like, oh, that's a 15-minute drive when I have all these authentic restaurants that are local. They're owned independently by mom and dads, you know, that style. And here in Portland, there's a lot of that here. Like, you want to support these because they all have really amazing food. And one of the big things here is having food trucks. Food trucks is a big deal here. They have like little spots where food trucks gather around and like there's tables and chairs and like it's a big deal here. And so you will try anything from like Japanese food, Asian food, Mexican food, you know, fried chicken. You have like this vegan place, like different spots in a little circle. Not little circle, but like, you know what I mean? Yeah, and then not only is it that, but it's like, oh, there's one here. Oh, two streets down, there's another one. Oh, you know, 3 streets down that way, there's a whole nother little marketplace. You know, that's a big deal here. So like, because of that, and living here for 4 years now, like I'm used to like, if somebody's like, hey, let's go to Chipotle, I'm like, how about we go to, you know, Jay's Pizza Parlor that's locally owned because that's even better. Yeah. You know what I mean? So which is why it got me into the mindset.
Yeah. Because even me that I'm in Irvine. Me and my kids, my wife, we still travel. We still travel to like Santana. We still travel to like not Orange, but Tustin. And it's closer to us. I don't really like to like go out for food, but like if I want to sit down and eat like una nice fucking Mexican dish, así como unas fajitas con su huevo ranchero or whatever it is. I do go to Santana or Tustin because they do have more authentic food than Irvine. And Irvine, let's say, I'm pretty sure you know the Spectrum when you're out here, right? The Spectrum is like this big place, and they have like restaurants there too. But I'm like, I am not gonna go to no fancy restaurant to eat homemade food. When I know that my suegra or my wife can cook it a lot better. Mm-hmm. But if you wanna like a nice restaurant that you know you're not gonna spend more than $100, $150 with tip. But yeah, we go sit over there and eat. Mm-hmm. And so I understand when you're like, don't play it safe. Like when I went to Texas, I only played it safe when we went to go dance and the kids were bored. So we bought them Little Caesars, right? Played it safe.
Oh yeah, that's different. I mean,
Yes.
you've got kids. You know you don't want to disappoint them.
Yes. When I
But
went
me,
to
that
Lake
it's just me.
Conroe,
I'm like, oh, I can easily just be like, fuck this food. I'm just gonna go over here instead. You know?
well, even like me, when I go to lunch, I'm like, oh, I'll go try this place. Oh, it's nasty. I'm never gonna go there again.
Yeah.
Like I've been in this property for like 3 years, and out of 3 years, I've tried Mediterranean food twice. I don't like it.
Dude,
no, I mean,
I
I
used
don't
to-
mind it. I don't mind it.
Here's the thing. I used to never like Mediterranean food until I moved here. The thing is, when you come down here, man, these places are so like authentic that you're like, damn, I like Mediterranean food. Like, okay, maybe it's not my favorite, but it's like it's good enough that I'm happily would be down to go, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times during the year, like whatever,
But do you think that's because? ¿Cómo te puedo poner las palabras? Is that a reason for? I can't put the question together. Is that because, let's say, because you're living there already, that's your home state, that's your home city, you just want to get to experience all the food until you're like, I don't want to play it safe no more? Like, let's say you already got your favorite restaurant. So now you're like, okay, I'm going to go here, I'm going to go there, I'm going to go over here. So you're getting to learn how to experience a lot more? Or is there a reason why you say everything's more authentic? Or, like, what makes you say that?
Yeah, it makes me say more authentic because everything is not commercialized. So like 90% of the restaurants, sometimes you'll even see them bringing groceries and cooking and like making things authentically. It's not like, oh, let's go and just make this, Japanese or, let's go make sushi with pre-made rice. Like, no, they're fucking making the rice or I know that's easy, like the sushi rice to do, but that's an example. It's like you'll see them bring the fresh rice to cook it. You'll see them make the sauces. Like, you know what I mean?
But you don't think that's anywhere though?
No.
Really?
So like, okay. I don't think it's anywhere because there's a lot of franchises. When it's a franchise, it's not going to be the same. Because franchises no longer go grocery store shopping here at the corner. Now they get people to deliver them those exact produce that every single store uses of them. You know what I mean? And it's like,
I see what you mean.
yeah, so think of In-N-Out. They're always going to have the fries bagged up, coming from the same spot every single time. And all of them are going to taste the same.
Cut the potatoes every day.
But they all come from the exact same spot each and every single time. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So McDonald's is different. They pre-make them, then they send them out, and then they make them again at the McDonald's. That's an example,
okay,
right?
I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Like they go to like farmers markets to buy everybody and all that.
Yeah, they'll go out to buy these products, and every time it's even better and better. And obviously, you can't get better and better, but you know what I mean. Like every time, it just like it's not a commercial plate. It's like a homemade plate.
Okay, makes sense. It makes what you're trying to say. Porque lo que al último está siguiendo como que el dueño sale, he goes, chooses the tomato because I'm like, oh, I think this tomato's good. I want 7 pounds.
Exactly.
He brings them for the day.
Yeah, I feel like that is how most of the restaurants here run. Now, don't get me wrong. There is restaurants that are locally owned, but they're a little bit more commercialized. And that's going to taste more like Applebee's, Chili's, like where it just tastes like microwaved food. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's wings, but you probably microwave them in the back. Like, you have those, but you'll know right away which ones those are.
Yeah. Como yo. Me. I like going to Denny's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, I kind of like the taste better than like Chili's when it comes to their hot plate.
Mm-hmm.
it feels like it's more natural, but in reality, they're both the same.
Mm-hmm.
So it might be the ingredients that they're using, but I know what you're saying, that they already have that, those vegetables in the bag. The food ya viene cocinado, all they have to do is just preheat. Which I think Chili's probably is more like that, more than Denny's. Just because
It is for sure.
Denny's has more product.
Yeah, I feel the same. And so Chili's is the same as Applebee's, as California Pizza Kitchen, another example. Like, I feel like that one is even the dough. I feel like they have pre-made doughs. You know, they're not going to be there and making it all right there. And like, all they do is like, they just toss shit in.
I can't say much about that because I've never been there.
Oh, okay.
So would you say that Blaze Pizza is more original than CPK?
Yeah. Not okay. So yes and no, because they make their dough, right?
Yes,
They make their dough. However, everything that they put on that pizza is from the same spot all the time.
Yes,
so that's what makes it taste the same at every single one.
Like canned vegetables and all that.
Yeah, exactly. Canned vegetables, canned, fucking everything.
Have you ever had pizza press?
Pizza what?
Pizza press? It's essentially the same thing as Blaze Pizza.
No, it's the same thing as Mod Pizza. You heard of Mod Pizza?
Okay, there you go. I have a Mod right here. So I was gonna tell you which one would you choose between those, but let's go with Mod and let's go with Blaze. Which one would you go?
I'd probably say Blaze Pizza.
Really? Okay. I'm gonna go with Mod.
Okay.
Now you got it. Domino's.
Domino's.
I'm gonna go with Pizza Hut.
See, I feel like Pizza Hut is more raw. And what I mean by that is like when they make their pizzas, it's more I just feel like it's more half-assed. Domino's is like, also I'm attracted to the color blue more than I am to the red.
Yeah.
And that's more of like a social, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Now I got another one. Then I'm gonna go with the Superstar from Carl's Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Or the Jumbo Jack from Jack in the Box.
For sure, Jumbo Jack.
Neta?
Yeah. I feel like every single Superstar I've ever had has always been like aguada.
George.
What? No, I just feel like every single Superstar I've ever had was aguada. The buns were like flat. And then at Jack in the Box, I feel like there's sesame seeds. You've got the buns. It's crispier. You actually have like mayonnaise. The tomatoes and lettuce actually look good on the burger. And then the Superstar is like fucking the lettuce. Está más aguada que el culo que te cargas, güey. Like, come on now, bro. It's all like wet. Like, it's just drying up and wet. Like, it doesn't look green anymore. You know what I mean? I just feel like that's just how Carl's Jr. is.
Okay. In-N-Out French fries?
Zero. I'm already telling you that right now. Zero In-N-Out French fries. I'm going for the other one.
All right. Cup fries from Jack in the Box versus McDonald's French fries.
I would say McDonald's.
McDonald's?
Yeah.
Okay. The chicken sandwich from McDonald's versus the chicken sandwich from Jumbo Jim, which is the $1 one or $2 wherever you are.
I'd say McDonald's.
Okay. Man, we have different tastes.
Yeah. How about I'm trying to think. Okay.
Philly's cheesesteak versus Charlie's cheesesteak.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, you never been to Philly's?
No.
Oh my god.
Okay, let me tell you this. Right. Have you ever had Jersey Mike's?
Yes.
Have you ever had Jimmy John's?
Yes.
Which one would you rather go for?
Jersey Mike's.
Ooh. See? To me, Jersey Mike's, I feel like that fills you up more for sure. I never get the regular bread. I always get the the Parmesan or whatever they have it.
See, y luego, like, I don't want to be disrespectful, so I don't want to say mean words, but I'm going to say mean words. So, sorry. The other guys, what was there? Because I don't really
Jimmy
go there
John's?
because of, yes, Jimmy John. It feels grimy. It feels like sucio.
It feels like a
I'm
Subway.
No, but even the Subway can still be good, though.
No. For me,
I go to
Subway,
Subway a lot.
any Subway to me is like, the bread is like this, like, oh, like it's just like dead.
No, like I'll take Subway any time of the week. Like, 'cause for me it's good. It's no sabe mal, but Jimmy John's is, I don't know, like something about it. I just maybe it's the lighting, the design that is always dark. At least the ones that I've been to.
Nah, see, for me, Subway's like that.
You need to get some Cali Subway.
No, thank you.
Okay, well, I wish you had some Phillies or some Charlies. They're both good. And if you ever come over here, I'll take you to eat that.
All right.
A ver, otro. Do you have one?
No. You keep going. I'm listening.
Because I'm trying to think of a restaurant that is both in Oregon and over here. And I know that you mentioned Chipotle. I don't know if you have tacos and Coke.
No.
No. Super Tex or Super Mex.
Mm-mm.
What's another one that can kind of compete with Chipotle that's Mexican? Which one? Okay, wait up. Del Taco or Taco Bell?
Taco Bell.
Bruh.
All right, ready?
Chalupa for me. From there. The chicken one. No sour cream.
Okay, ready?
Go.
Breakfast or dinner?
Dinner.
All right.
Yeah.
Appetizer or a dessert?
Dessert.
Pancake or a waffle?
Oh, can you say French toast?
No, pancake or a waffle? Dressed the same. Both of them will be dressed the same with, syrup and whatever, but waffle or pancake?
I'm about to go with pancakes because I eat that more often than a waffle.
I would say pancakes too because they're fluffier. Waffles are more like crispier.
Yeah, but other thing, like because I haven't had them enough, I can't say that I like waffles, but I know that I like my pancakes a little bit burnt where they're crispy. So I know that I would probably go for a waffle. But I just haven't had them. I haven't had them enough.
All right, let me tell you this: pasta or ramen?
I can't answer that question because I don't have ramen other than sopa maruchan.
Okay, well for me, it's for sure ramen.
If I have to, it wins by automatically. It would have to be pasta because it's somebody does spaghetti other thing.
Okay, then yeah, for you, pasta.
Yeah.
What about cake or pie?
Cake. Easily.
Yeah, same here. Burgers or hot dogs?
Burgers.
Hot tea or iced tea?
Daily week. Wait, was that again?
Hot tea or iced tea?
Oh, fuck. It's kind of. I'm gonna have to go with. Is it iced tea sweetened?
They're both the same sweetened.
Okay. I have to go with iced tea because there's only one iced tea that I can drink, and that's lemon tea, and that's even in hot and cold.
Oh, okay.
If I want to cheat, I have to get the raspberry brisk iced tea. But those are the only iced teas that I drink.
All right, last one: Coke or Pepsi?
Coke. Any day of the week. 100.
All
I'll die
right.
and come back and resurrect and get Coke again.
Okay. All right. That's good then.
Two?
What about un pito or un pitote?
Oh. I think we should cut it right there, people. Thank you for coming in.
Dang.
No. I'm not going to answer that. V-neck or regular t-shirt?
Regular t-shirt, all day. Who the fuck wears V-necks now?
La verga.
Are you wearing one right now?
Not right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually wearing a hoodie. Kind of cold. You know, in
Alright.
California,
Say that again.
once it rains, in California, once it rains, and it gets cold, it
Mhm.
freezes for us. So we wear a sweater for everything.
Yeah. I went to California during Christmas, and I was sweating outside. And this was at Disneyland.
Yeah.
And like,
I mean, plus you're walking.
yeah, but like people around there were like not sweating. People around there that lived in California, like, oh my god, this is like super cold.
We don't talk like that.
All right, dude. Yeah, like it's super cold.
Now, let me see. Okay. Before we end it, I want to pick your brain. Did you see The Last of Us?
No, sir. Still no.
Okay, so I can't really ask you questions. So,
No, because I mean, this weekend was busy.
yeah, but it's still Sunday night. You can make time on a Sunday night. Hey, did you hit yourself in the forehead, by the way? I keep staring at your big ass ball.
Right here?
Yeah.
I've had that for forever, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it's just the casting and the lighting then.
Yeah, because the lighting is right there.
Yeah. Okay. So let me see. We're gonna go with your favorite actors. So I'm gonna name actors.
Yep.
It's a versus competition.
All right.
Not a tournament. Start easy. Do you want to go comedy or action? I'll let you choose.
Let's do comedy first.
Okay. Ryan Reynolds versus Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey. Ryan Reynolds, never, bro.
You don't like Ryan Reynolds?
Dude, Ryan Reynolds is not an actor. He's not. He's himself every single movie ever.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. You want to know a real actor is Leonardo DiCaprio. He will act.
The same guy all the time.
No, he doesn't. He will
This young
act
looking
in
guy
any movie and a different person in every movie.
Nah, challenge. You're not gonna
Ryan
get
Reynolds,
that.
same person in every movie.
No, he's not. Watch Barry.
Which one?
Exactly. Barry.
I've never heard of that one.
Then Deadpool is very different to Detective Pikachu.
Nope. He's the same.
Just because
He's just not rated R. Dude, he still has the same jokes, the same ass, like, same character. No, he's not an actor, dude.
Anyway, in comedy, you didn't have to say actor. Anyway.
Okay.
Jim Carrey one. Okay, Will Ferrell or his best friend John C. Reilly.
John, for sure.
Really?
I don't like Will Ferrell or Seth
actually don't
Rogen
like Will
or
Ferrell.
Kevin Hart.
Seth Rogen or Kevin Hart?
I mean, if I had to pick, Seth Rogen.
Okay, Ninja. Then more. Okay. I think this one. No, I don't think it might be that hard. So, because he's done comedy, I'm gonna put him there.
Eddie Murphy?
Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, okay.
or Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx. Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies that I recently watched, but it's not a recent for him, was Django.
I don't like.
That movie was good. I really liked it.
I'm a Tarantino fan, and I ain't like that movie. But it is better than Hateful Eight.
It is better than what?
Hateful Eight.
Oh, I've never seen that one.
That's. I mean, you can try. But you just have to turn off your brain and enjoy the ride. But it's a long ride with not a lot of.
Oh, is it that comedy one?
No, it's the one with Samuel Jackson.
It's not the comedy one with the dude from like Twilight.
There's a Twilight.
It's probably not the same movie.
No, it's not the same one. For sure.
Okay.
So Adam Sandler or Jonah Hill.
Or Jonah Hill.
I did not expect that one.
So don't get me wrong. Adam Sandler has great movies and he's a funny character, but he too is by the way, Adam Sandler is one of my favorite guys. He also plays the same person in every single movie. He's the same character except for like his newer like Uncut Gems or what's that basketball movie? That one was really good.
He did a basketball. Oh, that's right. It's on Netflix.
He was a coach. I think it's just called Coach or something. I forget what it's called.
Yeah. And,
You saw that one?
I haven't seen it, but I know what you're talking about. It's on Netflix as well.
For sure, 10 out of 10 recommend.
Really?
Yeah, 10 out of 10 recommend.
If you're gonna recommend me, let me see where your scale is at. Reservoir Dogs.
Or
No. I'm just saying scale.
oh, from 1 to 10?
Yes, because you said that's a 10 out of 10 recommended.
Yeah, but see, okay, I judged movies differently.
Why? Because this one has a drama?
No, because I come from a world where, to me, the way the movie's filmed cinematically is a big deal for me.
I think that's for most people.
No. It is. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. For most people, the newer the movie, the more better they're going to give it a rating. But for me,
yes.
It's more like how was that filmed, what lens they're using, because I know what they're using, and it makes me like the movie more. For example, Batman. I told you about this like last week or something.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the newest Batman because the way that it was filmed. Anyways, I don't want to get too far into that, but to answer your question, I would give it like a 8 for Reservoir Dogs.
Okay. You see,
Now
that's
ask me a different one.
A 9 for me.
Like a 9?
Yeah.
Another
Django?
Django, I'd give it like a 6, maybe 7.
Okay. Like a 5 for me.
So for me, I did like the movie because I watched it recently. It was a good watch, but it wasn't definitely not my top. It's not a 10. It's not a 9.
Okay.
Okay. Let me ask you this.
I bet.
The Joker, the one with the newest Joker, please.
I'm indifferent. I'm very passionate about Jokers.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like the fact that we have to feel bad for him. I like the way that he was acted.
Mm-hmm.
Joker would act like that. But we're not supposed to know Joker's name.
So it's an origin story.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to know his name.
But
Joker doesn't have an origin story.
Everyone has an origin story.
Not Joker.
Everyone.
Not Joker.
Okay,
in the comics.
No. We're not comparing it to comics. I just want to know, what do you give that movie?
Where'd you get that source from?
Get what source?
The source material to make that movie. You got it from the comics. So in a way,
okay, I see what you're saying.
In a way, you're slapping me in the face if you don't keep it to the source.
Okay, so they're slapping you in the face because they're not keeping the Joker to the source of the comics, correct?
Yes. Other than that, I think the movie's great. Just delete the fact that he was a Joker, and I almost can give that movie like a 9. But because you're calling it Joker, I have to scale it down all the way to a 7. Like it's overhyped because it's not a Joker movie to me.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yes, that's just me being a fanatic of the Joker.
See, that's how I feel about the new Spider-Mans and the new, like I'm used to the original Spider-Man, and then I'm used to also, like, obviously now there's like Miles Morales, and I know there's comics and this and that, but like I'm just used to the original story, and then 99% of that wasn't even considered after the whole new Marvel Cinematic. You know what I mean?
Well, like for instance, I give shit to Tom Holland's Spider-Man, because he didn't get to build his own suit.
Exactly.
Right? That Tony Stark was there, that he was young, or whatever. Yeah, so I give him a lot of shit for that. But then I don't give a lot of shit to Toby, which is kind of dumb too, because I'm like, I have to be fair, because Spider-Man built his web shooters.
Mm-hmm.
And then I give a shit to Andrew Garfield, because he was not a skater, he was not goofy like that. No,
exactly.
So I'm like, they haven't done a 100% true interpretation of Peter Parker, but I would say that Tom Holland is the closest one to Peter Parker from the comic. Pero I'm sorry, dude. I'm like, it took you 3 movies for you to create your own suit, and that's still insulting to me as a fan. That I'm like, no, you took away a lot of his character by doing that.
Yep, that's how I feel about it. I'm just like, Anyways, that being said, it's like yeah. I don't know what else to say about
so
that.
actually, Spider-Man No Way Home. Where do you rate that one?
I mean, I can give it 2 ratings. The first rating would be just like an overall great watch. I would say you said No Way Home. That's the newest one.
The last one. Yeah.
No Way Home. That wasn't with Mysterio, huh? Which one was it with?
That's the one
That's with the. Oh, dude, I give that. I mean, like a 5.
Damn.
Yeah, it was not my favorite because I just don't like the whole multiverse thing.
Okay, so this is me. I saw the show. I mean, the movie. At first, amazing. Oh shit! But once it sinks into me, like once it completely sinks to me, I have to give you a solid 7 because you are entertaining.
Yeah, so that's my other rating is. It's like entertaining. I'd give it like an 8.
Yes, 7, 8, right? Yeah. Pero yeah, once it sinks in and you actually start thinking about holes and all that, like I'm sorry, bro. Like it's as a fan, you're going to 6. But it's entertaining. I will not take that away from the movie. It's entertaining. But I guess I'm being nitpicky about it. But because you're giving me the same ratings that I am, I'll probably give that basketball movie a 1 because I would also give it like a 7, 6-ish, not a 6-ish.
The basketball movie, you feel like you would give it the one with Adam Sandler?
Yes, I'm gonna have to check it out because you've been giving the ratings to the movie. Like, yeah, for instance, okay, Fast Five.
Dude, trash.
Okay, you don't like action like I do.
I just no. Okay, here's the thing. I do like action, but it didn't start off that way. Because the reason why I give it that is because I want the Fast and the Furious from 1, 2, and 3, or Tokyo Drift. I think after that, what the fuck you doing in space for? You know, like what the fuck?
Well,
like
number 9, though.
I know, but you get my point.
Yes. Okay.
You know, like
you're into the racing.
I'm not into the racing. I'm into the original story plot line, and then all of a sudden, now you have superpowers, and like obviously they don't have superpowers. But you might as well fucking have superpowers if you're gonna launch on the other side of the bridge and land on top of the car and catch fucking Letty. And, like, come on, bro. I'm just saying, like, nah, but like trash. Okay, give me another example. But before that, really quickly, we're gonna rate Aunt May from the first one, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield movie, or the newest Aunt May.
Marissa Tomei. That's the latest one. She knocked it out of the park. I will give her that. I did, but I don't remember. The one from Andrew Garfield.
I don't remember that one either.
Yeah, and pues la otra, she did her part. She felt like
she did her part. I do want to say.
I would say this. She felt like an actual comic book character. Like if you took it out the page and you brought it into life, because she had no personality. Like she had her little storyline where she can talk a little bit and give hope to Peter Parker, but that was it. No más. Y Marissa Tomei tenía más character. She had more everything. She was an actual actor acting as whatever her name, Aunt May. Y se sentía more organic, more original. Yeah, so I will get to go with Marissa, and I will give her like her acting was solid, so I'm gonna have to give her an 8. Aunt May, because the old lady didn't really act. You have to go with a soft stick, but she did feel like a comic book. Yeah,
that's true.
Okay, how about this? From 1 to 10, because the 10's about to be over. Green Goblin.
What do you mean from 1 to 10?
Tell him how good was he? Acting, fighting.
Well, in which movie? Or like in just?
I'm only talking about Spider-Man. I'm not talking about No Way Home.
Oh, we're talking about the original Spider-Man with Green Goblin.
Yes. Oh, I forgot he came out in Andrew Garfield. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, wait, which one? And like.
Yeah. Okay. So
you're talking about
Willem Dafoe.
Okay. Him as the Green Goblin. I'll tell you this much. The acting, I thought it was great. I thought he did a great Green Goblin. Like he was made for that role. But at the time, I really wish he didn't have the mask where you can see his face through the mouth. I just wish that was just a little bit tweaked, and that's just me nitpicking.
Yes, yes, and actually, if you gone to the YouTube, there's give me a second.
What's so funny?
My wife's fucking grabbing my fucking yeah, God, kind of scares me and shit. Everything's dark.
I know exactly where you're about to go. The original mask for the Green Goblin was animatronics, or like a face.
Yes.
And it was actually a face of a goblin, and it wasn't a mask.
They should have gone that way.
That would have been the
Phenomenal.
perfect one.
So you see, when there's a lot of theories about the No Way Home, and we're gonna get this into another episode. I believe it deserves its own episode. I feel like they should have used that instead of the actual Green Goblin. Like it could have been another Green Goblin from another universe, and they could have used that mask.
And I feel like
but
I really do feel like I know there's an explanation on why they didn't use it. I know there's a video I saw of why they didn't use it. However, I think that one of the reasons they didn't use that was because they wanted to show Willem Dafoe's face. They wanted him to be kind of the person instead of the goblin, you know?
Yeah. Now, I'll tell you this. I did like a more No Way Home than in Spider-Man. I think he's the perfect goblin. He's just much. He's not gonna just like Doc Ock. If I have to choose a villain between both.
Say that one more time.
I'm gonna rate both of them high.
Mm-hmm.
As villains.
You're talking about Goblin for sure and Doc Ock.
And Doc Ock. Right? I'm gonna rate them for both. I'm gonna give them both like solid 8, almost 9. I want to say like a negative 9. No, sorry, like an A minus.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So like a 9, almost close to 10. But I have to go with Green Goblin.
Me too. I feel like he was he was a killer, even though he wasn't in the newest one.
Yes.
Like if it was rated R, he would probably for sure kill, and like you'd see some like really good gory stuff because he was that. Except, you know, they want to keep it clean. They want to, you know.
Yeah,
but I can tell he was there.
So you can't really go rated R in comics unless you're like a rated R character. And
yeah, he would have been the perfect one.
George. Okay, wait. Let me just say something. I feel like this whole segment that we did on the Spider-Man character, multiverse, I believe it deserves another episode.
I do too.
Just so that we can take it out of our system.
And I feel like not only are we talking about Spider-Man, I feel like since we're talking about the whole Marvel thing, like I think it will tie in a lot of like Thor and Hulk, and you know, like even Hulk. We can talk about the 3 different movies. You know what I mean?
Yes, and you gotta remember, people. We're not talking about the whole multiverse or we're actually getting into the detail of why we like them, especially us Latinos or Hispanics. How we see everything different. It's like if I were to say, "Oh, fucking Green Goblin," it's a cholo. That was a gangbanger, you know, because the way that he acted. But that's again for another episode.
Mm-hmm.
Right now we're almost close to 2 hours. That means that our time limit is up. Any closing thoughts, George?
No, I just want to say that I look forward to the next one where you're gonna have your computer and you know your Ethernet cable.
Yes, and William's gonna be here, and he already got his whole prediction wrong. He said that Bills and Niners were going to go to the Super Bowl, and Bills were going to win the Super Bowl. And Bills just lost. So that's going to be fun. So hopefully the next episode...
shout out to William.
Shout out to William. Edward couldn't make it in today. He said that he wasn't up to it today. He got a little... I don't know if he was under the weather. But anyways. George, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Start looking for a quote while I'll do my closing thoughts.
All right, real quick. Before we do that, I know we have a couple minutes here. Turn your phone sideways. I want to see if it changes on my screen.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it didn't.
It doesn't?
No, because you're up and down on my screen, but it would have been cool to have you sideways.
So right here, am I sideways?
You are... Yeah, I mean, you're sideways, but you're still up and down.
Okay. I'll see if I can change it later. Next time. So look for a quote for me so you can read it out before I do my closing thoughts. There we go.
All right. Yeah, I'm looking.
Think about it. People, enjoy the episode. This is our full podcast, an actual podcast of 2 hours. We went from randos and Viva Mexico. Brandon Moreno won. We talked a little bit of food from this guy who drinks 3 tequila shots and candy bars before he gets to his before he lands where he needs to go. You saw my wife kind of scare me. We talked about the superheroes. We talked about movies, and that's what this show's all going to be about. And of course, this guy doesn't know how to because he's choosing stupid ass food over my food. Fucking taco. Anyways, you have a quote for us?
I do have a quote, but I couldn't find the exact quote.
What do you mean the exact?
Yeah, because there's a really good quote that I like. But basically, it goes like this. It goes, life is nothing but a crack between two eternities of nothingness. Like, we don't know anything up until we exist, and then we know nothing until we stop existing. That's kind of how the quote, I'll have it next time, but basically what it means is like, oh, life isn't nothing but a crack between two eternities, I think is how it goes.
Okay.
So think of a picture. You just see a little crack. That's life. And then everything else outside of that, like on a, it just goes on forever and ever and ever.
Very methodological.
Yeah.
I was expecting something like people don't cut the road. Continue with your life. Not just like. Anyways, people. George. Ralas out.
All right. Until the next episode.
KYC.